this is Amber from Homestead Diary, and it's kind of weird. John does these videos where he does walkabouts and he talks about things, but I haven't really done that a lot. Usually I'm with the kids and doing projects and stuff, but I'm outside today because it's such an amazing day. Oh, unbelievable. Like just a couple days ago went out walking with ice storms and snow and 25 degrees, and now it's 77 degrees and I'm in shorts and a t-shirt and just only wearing the hat because it's really a beautiful day. But one of the things that I wanted to point out is on these days that we try to make it outside as much as possible, I'm working on projects, and so I wanted to point out a couple of things that we're going to be doing over the next couple days and doing videos on. One thing is we take little branches from trees, and like this is our peach tree that we are trimming down so that it blooms better when the leaves and fruit come out, and it takes it away from the single wide which it was rubbing up against the top of the roof. As you can see there, the rub marks. But you can see how beautiful the actual branches are. See how colorful the branches are at different points. And so between this and a lot of the other ones, I got sycamore and oak and even rose. Some of them are too large to make into beads, so they might be the center bead, and then all the other ones are smaller, or they can be made into earrings or different things like that. But you'll see us over the next couple days take these branches and trim them. This is a really beautiful one also. Trim them. Some of them will lose their bark, and we'll see underneath and see how beautiful it is when we clean them up. And some of them will leave the bark on. So with that, we will take the actual branches and we'll trim them into small pieces, and then we will drill holes in them and then string them and dry them, and they will become ornaments of beauty and different projects to show kids how to use hand tools and how to be comfortable with those types of things that could hurt them, like clippers. But the girls just absolutely love to make things, and so this is something that doesn't cost any money except for the tools that you have, and it makes things that you could potentially even sell. So yesterday we went into town and we bought these chairs. So at the local thrift store, and they were $3 a piece. So you'd say, oh, there's 4 new chairs here for the kids to play with, and one for Mama that's pretty sturdy when I'm feeding Gideon or whatever. And yet he gave it 4 chairs for like $9.25, and it rounded over to $20 in total that we spent there. And it was just a really great deal. And they will be able to be out here and be getting wet and no worries because they're plastic. They may eventually break down in the UV light, so we'll probably put them away as much as possible when we're not using them. Same thing with these hammocks, which you've probably seen videos of the kids swinging in the hammocks, but these are pretty cool, like little toys for the kids. They weren't very expensive. I think we went to Walmart, which, what you think about Walmart, I'm not sure, but they were $16. So, and the kids love them, and we just need to be able to treat them well so that they're not damaged by UV light. Oregon County Road Department. Yeah, thumbs up and waving, good. So these are the guys that work on the roads. It looks like they're bringing out a dump truck for work that needs to be done, which they manage the roads pretty well out here, even though when we first arrived last April, there was water across the roads, huge holes and stuff like that, but it was just the season where there was a lot of rain and a lot of washouts and stuff. So we have multiple projects here. Like catching bugs for your snake, right?
2 grasshoppers.
You caught 2 grasshoppers?
No,
I caught 2 grasshoppers.
Oh, good. You have 2 grasshoppers?
I got 1 baby grasshopper and a big grasshopper.
Oh, good. Okay, good. Hi, Gideon.
Come on.
Oh, there's a fly. That's pretty cool, Gaia. You got the fly. Now what are you gonna do? You gotta be able to feed it to the snake. So you put the cloth, the paper under it, under the edge. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Pretty good. Uh-oh, don't get caught. No, he almost got the door wind shut on him. Hey, Gideon. This definitely needs some work. And this little, it's like a guard shack that was used for like, the dogs were in it from the previous renters, I guess. And so it was really gross and we cleaned it out. Now it's just a little bit rotten. And yeah, it's actually not too bad. But he's trying to figure out how I'm going to get across this threshold. Are you doing it? You're going to do it. You're getting it. Keep trying. There you go. Yep. There you go. You got across. Yep. I'll give you a hand. Oh, yep. Foot down. Good job. Yep, your legs are kind of stuck in there, huh? You look like you're going to be too hot in that outfit.
There you go. Come on.
So the kids are playing and learning about habitats and about feeding and how to catch insects and a terrarium. So they've built a terrarium for not only the ladybugs that we have in the house, a terrarium, but a terrarium for the baby snake that Winter got the other day. And although I believe that things should be out in their natural environment as much as possible, we sometimes say that there's like a 24-hour pet where you can keep it for a couple of days or a day and then you release it back out to the environment. So now try to catch it, Fathom. Get down on your hands and knees and try to catch it. Follow it. Can you see it still? Oh, then it jumped. Jumped again. I think it's right around. Oh, Winter's got it.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, there it is, a little green. Yep, look at that little tiny grasshopper. Holy moly. It's hard to even imagine that they can be that small.
I caught one that's smaller than that.
Teeny tiny, huh?
Hard to catch.
I got it.
You did.
Go put it in the yard.
Be careful, let me see it. Ooh, be careful, you guys. Back legs, don't squeeze it too tight. Even though it's going to be potentially food. But what a tiny grasshopper.
I caught one
Cool.
smaller. It was like this small or something.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Tiny.
I think that's just the species. It's not about the age of it. I think that's just the species. We'll have to look it up later and figure out what kind of grasshopper they are. They're really bright green.
And then some that are brown. Like
Some
the
of them
little,
are brown?
The little tiny one.
Uh-huh.
It was like brown.
Oh, okay. Well, my oak poison ivy, they have them both here, is pretty much healed up. So, I don't know if you can see it. But yeah, there's some slight discoloration, but I mean, considering what it was, it actually is not that bad. And of course, I do have some spots still left on my arms, which make it look like I've done meth or something, which, not trying to be judgmental, but I don't, and so it's kind of embarrassing going into town with sores on my arms and but I think that judge not, lest ye be judged, right? You know, people do what they have to do at the time to just survive. And I've heard mothers say that they needed the energy to get through double shifts as a waitress, and they had 3 kids, and they did it so that they had that burst of energy so that they could get through it. And hey, you know, my mom worked 2 waitressing jobs and raised 4 of us, and she broke her back and she was still doing it. And she didn't get into drugs and meth and all these other things that people do that are an excuse to get away from reality, and in my opinion, and not face what actually needs to be done. Hey, Daddy.
Hey, Mama.
He's coming over to say hi on the video and see what you're working on. Looks like you're putting on the axle.
I figure it'll be easier to get these pieces right here where the weld's ripped out. It'll be easier to hold them in place if I've got the tire on. Then I can jack it and jimmy it and get it exactly where it should be. And then I can drill holes in the frame and bolt it through.
So you can see where it was, maybe you can point to it, Daddy, where it did get welded. It actually, the weld held, but the actual frame ripped out where it was reattached. And so this is where both axles come together. So this is a 5,000-pound axle each. And so besides the weight of the trailer, minus the weight of the trailer, it can hold at least 7,000 pounds. So Gideon, I don't feel comfortable you being there just in case it slips your feet underneath the axle. But Daddy's working, so he's jacking it up and lining it up, and then he'll put these tires on. And then he's doing mending plates. So we looked up the cost of metal, and it was about $45 per small chunk of metal in order to mend that together, because we don't have our welder here. And so we will mend it together with thick roofing and then drill it through and put actual bolts through, and that will just be when it's going back empty. And so this trailer will be repaired by our welder, which is us, but you know, with the welder equipment, and it will have a better metal plate put on and secured better. But while it's empty, it's actually better to have it on rather than just being charioted or brought back to Oregon. So, yay! It's a pretty long video, so hopefully those who have stuck with me, I'm not sure whether you are subscribed yet, or if you like what we talk about, or if you have, I don't know, have any suggestions for what we can work on or talk to you about. We have a lot of experience with different things, but sometimes it's just the daily thoughts and life that we discuss. And so, have a blessed day. Thank you all for watching. Bye.